I might have some scarring because I've been pushing shit out, and I know I shouldn't be, but I got this microscope, you know? This is getting better. It's improving, which makes me think maybe it's part of like the same shit that I had going on with my hair, like a fungus. A fungus among us. But the photo in the thumbnail is an actual photo of my actual coochie hair that shed while I was taking a shower. And I set it aside for view under the microscope. And then I fed it into AI because everybody likes AI, right? So I fed it into AI and I asked AI, what is this? AI told me, let me see if I have the exact thing AI told me. Is this it? Oh no, I didn't screenshot it. Um, but this is AI lying to me. We'll talk about this in a minute. Um, so I fed my coochie hair into AI. See how nice and shiny my hair is right now? I just got a new shampoo. My curls have returned. I don't know if you can look back at videos over like the last couple days or couple weeks even, where I had been using old shampoo. So I don't know if shampoo like loses its efficacy, but it's still a salon shampoo, you know, and look at my gray hairs. You can see them real good. It's still a salon shampoo, and it should still perform as a salon shampoo. But I ran out anyway, so I had to get new shampoo. I use Purology, and I normally get like a liter of it because a liter for $50 as a cosmetologist, I can get the big bottle, which is equal to 3 or so of the little bottles. Little bottles are $30 each. So this time I only got the little bottles because they keep trying to, I'll tell you about they later, but they keep trying to come into my apartment to fuck my shit up. So instead of spending $100 on shampoo, I only spent 60. But 6, 12, 18 is going to be twice as much as if I bought the big bottle. I might buy the big bottle. It's really, I got the little ones. I wanted to test it. I don't really need the conditioner so much, but it does make my hair look nice. But my mom makes a nice rosemary conditioner that makes my hair grow. So I use that normally. But the shampoo has salicylic acid. And, you know, I'm really big on ingredients. And when I read the ingredients, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the only thing in my life that's got all the shit I can't read and I don't understand. But I'm going to use it because I trust that's what I wanted to do, cosmetology chemistry. And I trust Purology. And I trust that company is going to make something, a quality product, right? That's why I buy professional salon products. When you buy Pantene Pro V, when you buy VO5, I can't even name the other ones, Herbal Essence, they don't do as well, and you have to use more of them. So it is in your best interest, and I'm not telling you this, I'm not trying to sell you shit. I'm trying to tell you this for your own health. It's in your best interest to buy salon products. Even if you don't go get your hair cut, go into a salon and buy shampoo from a hair salon. Because it's going to make a huge difference if you care, if you even care. Let me see if I can find the photo of the motherfucking, no, I don't have it on here. Maybe here. No, is that it? This is it. Okay, here, how do I do this? I have to, fucking shit. I gotta take this off of the, I had my little microscope set up so good, it's hard to set this thing up. And then I'll do this so you can see the photo. This is piedra. These are stones and shit. There's a little bit of, this is a gray hair of mine that I pulled and took photos of, I want to say Thursday or Friday, I want to say, because as I was working, I was looking at my hair and I'm like, damn, my hair's not doing too good. But then I started pulling my gray hair, not even thinking that it was dirty or anything, because this gray hair is still shiny. It's still like reflective, it's silverish. And I decided, let me put that shit under a microscope. So some of this could just be debris from it sitting on the counter, but these little round nodules, that's white piedra, white stone. That is fungus. It's a spore. These round dots are spores. I wish I could recenter the picture and show you. So in comparison, that is that's scalp. Could be a mite, maybe. But the rest of this hair shaft was perfectly clean. This I believe to be a shed skin cell that just attached itself to the hair. Compared to like, this is my booger. And that's maybe a nose hair in the booger or mold. And then what the gray hair looks like, right? You can't really even tell there's anything wrong with it. You can see, like, when I pull it out of my head, where the follicle is, you can see it's got skin cells on it, right? You would never ever guess that the rest of the hair looked like. You would never guess that the rest of the hair looked like this. And I think this is one of the worst, like, sections of it. That's why I took a photo of it. So this is what I looked at. This, I'm like, damn, I really gotta go get that shampoo right away. I may have even looked at it after I got the shampoo. Shampoo was going to happen anyways because I was out of shampoo. But if I wasn't able to wash this off my hair, this has every potential to turn into a very bad fungal infection. And then the reason I go and I show you my coochie hair, and I'll show you the coochie hair again. Here we go. This one or this one. This one, right? There's no spores here. This looks more like cuticle attached, maybe possibly crusted. But for the most part, this hair does not have fungal spores on it. It's just like dry hair, really. It's dry skin cells, dry hair. What I believe. If you're a doctor, please comment. Let me know. But this is that looks to me like epidermis, that skin cell on my hair. Possibly dirt, I don't know. But when I asked AI if that was bacteria, it said no. And this is also just motherfucking skin cells. So how is it, I'm wondering, that the hair on my head that I don't use shampoo, I don't use soap on my coochie hair. I use hot water. I'll just wash my coochie. I don't like not really supposed to use product on your coochie. It fucks up your pH balance. So I use hot water and a washcloth. I don't know. What else do other people use to clean your coochie out? You use a douche, or I don't know. How do you clean your coochie hair? Hot water for me has been the best thing. And hot water is enough so that I don't have piedra on my coochie hair. But simply from walking through the hallways and just my hair being out in the open in my apartment, my head hair has developed piedra, whereas my coochie hair has not. My coochie hair has not because my coochie hair is covered by underwear. The damage, when I ask AI, the damage it comes from friction. Fraying and damage on my coochie hairs comes from, like, wearing a maxi pad all day or having tight underwear on and walking around with your tight underwear doing exercise and shit. So I'm very surprised to see that my coochie hair is actually cleaner than the hair on my head. Aren't you? So what that tells me is it's not my personal hygiene. It's the motherfucking environment that I live in. Give me a like, share, subscribe if you agree. Because the whole narrative that's trying to be portrayed about me, oh my gosh, the coochie hair is the best thing to show. The whole narrative that's trying to be portrayed about me is that I'm dirty and nasty. And the whole time, there's been this one stink-ass apartment that has done everything possible to fucking make me look how I look, to put me in this state of infestation and dirtiness. And I've hung on for long enough to see them get removed from the building, at least for now. I think their apartment is undergoing remediation. I don't know if they got fully evicted. Somebody got evicted, but it wasn't them. So I have a feeling that they're going to return. And then that brings into question this right here. Um, I had asked AI if a ozone machine, like being exposed to extremely high ozone, will cause your glasses to become brittle. Because this is now the second glass where I just stirred it, like basic stir. And I understand the point where it makes, like, I usually use a rubber spatula to stir it. But my rubber spatula has a wooden handle, and I was like, I'm just going to use a spoon. A spoon's easier to clean. So this is a second glass that has been broken by me simply stirring it with a spoon. So I had to go ask AI, and now I don't trust AI because AI said my coochie hair was a head hair, and I had to tell AI, nope, that's a coochie hair. Right? AI was expecting my coochie hair to be more nasty just off of, like, comparison to coochie hairs other people have put into AI. So according to AI, my coochie hair is as clean as your human hair should be, which means it appears as if it's being washed with shampoo, but it's not. So when I ask about, can a mason jar break if it's stirred, like, does it become brittle when exposed to ozone? It's like, no, 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 no. And then it goes to this, like, standard script, and I think that it does this for a lot of people. It's like a way that it's programmed. It always is. It starts saying, we're sorry that you're feeling stressed and confused about this condition. It leans towards, if it doesn't have an answer, you're a schizophrenic. If it doesn't have an answer, you are paranoid, is what it leans towards. So I want to say, is designed to make people who don't understand things or have questions about things, especially when they're going through, let's say, targeted harassment, is designed to make them appear as if they are depressed and or crazy. And here I go again. I'm going to, oopsie shit. I have to, as I'm sitting here, I realized that the towel I use to cover my couch while I'm sitting here, so as not to get my couch dirty from anything that might be dirty on me, or as not to pick up anything from my couch. Like, I wash the towel that I sit on more often than I wash my couch. So I try to keep it covered with the towel so that I'm not laying on fungus. Right? So you cannot tell me that the motherfucking fungus is from my house. Should you find it here? You find it here, whatever. But what I'm saying is, how come a coochie hair don't have fungus? You know, if it's personal hygiene, the hair on my head gets cleaned more than my coochie hair, better, not more, just better, because of chemical products. It's the same motherfucking makeup as keratin, right? How come something that I wash with a shampoo ends up dirtier than something that's just washed with hot water? Like, how do you wash your coochie? Do you use a special coochie soap? I think that makes my coochie smell worse than it does. I used to use Summer's Eve. I used to use commercial products. Massengill, whatever. I used to have a bottle of that shit so I could wash my coochie hairs out. And then I realized it doesn't do shit. It's not doing anything. So, it's just some food for thought. That for anybody who uses AI like it knows everything, it does not. I just had a glass in my kitchen break. Okay, so I've been telling this V2K voice that constantly tries to ruin my day. The V2K voice that has all these plans and plots. For example, creating a situation that forces me to give up my stroller / cat cart / shopping cart, whatever. If the people have created a situation that forces me, this is a conspiracy. They created a situation that forces me to give up an assistive device. They are trying to make me sad about life. There's always a way around shit. Uh, so I have constantly been telling them, only you can fuck up your own day. And then, like, one of the things that fucks my day up the most is when I spill shit. So I wouldn't put it past them because they're trying so bad to be so evil, but they're bad at it. I wouldn't put it past them to pump my fucking house full of ozone so that my shit, also to control mold in their house. I believe my upstairs neighbor now, it may be because that's the only one directly connected to me. I believe that they may be undergoing remediation or abatement, either one. But that's good because that's where the mold is at. The mold comes from the crawl space between our apartments. So if their shit gets cleaned up, I don't have to worry about it so much, right? So, but I don't think that that's the only place where it's at. I think that it's my subfloor. I think that it's the sole plate that has deteriorated that needs to be repaired. Um, there are wooden planks in my apartment that need to be repaired. I don't think it's gonna be, maybe it's possible they're gonna come in here with the wood. I think it's more likely they're not gonna find the wood, or the wood's gonna not match or whatever, and they're gonna be like, we gotta replace the whole floor with some bullshit floor. That's whatever. At least I get a new floor. But I have a feeling that every other apartment in this building that has had the pergo flooring installed has motherfucking worser issues than I have. Um like, this used to be a nice building, I swear. It used to be a very nice building. So, okay, maybe they were not going to find any mold because they're doing the ozone so fucking high and heavy. That's why it's not spreading in my apartment. But that's also why my glass just broke. It caused me to spill hot chocolate coffee on the ground. I'm drinking coffee because I got to start work in about 45 minutes because they're going to come here and play around with my shit. Right? And I want to make sure all my cameras are on. So when I'm working, I have all my cameras off. But I'm going to make sure they're all on for when they come to fucking fuck around in my apartment. That's the reason I have to have them on, is because my apartment, when my sink broke, when they came in to install the tankless water heater that was way too large. Tankless water heater was the size of a water heater that goes into a house. And they're like, we're going to put this in your apartment. I'm like, that shit is not going to fit, but whatever. So they fucked around with my current water heater. And then they got to a point where, like, oh, we can't do it. I'm like, fine, that's fine. You shouldn't have to do it because that's a brand new water heater. Like, within the last 2-3 years. Maybe more than that. I can't remember. It's ever since Kevin left as manager, on-site manager. But they replaced my water heater probably 3-4 years. I don't know how long ago. A while ago. But it's still relatively new, right? Like, it doesn't get used that much. It's like, whatever. And, I mean, in comparison to, like, other places, you know? So, what was I saying? The messing around in my apartment. They fucked around with the water heater. Nothing ended up getting installed. They wasted my time. It literally takes money out of my pockets when I have to stay home, wait for them to fuck around in my apartment, and then to have them not do anything is multiple times. Like on the 14th, when I waited from 8 a.m. to noon, called my work and said I'll start after noon, and I just sat here and waited for nobody to come. So on the 17th, which is today, should nobody come, they're just trying to take money out of my pockets, and they won't. That's why I got to start work in 45 minutes. I might start now. Just so I can get like half of my day in before they come here and fuck around and waste my time. And then they like drag more fucking bullshit in with their I don't wear shoes in my house, and they're gonna come in here with their fucking shoes on. And they're gonna be like, I gotta go in the hall, I gotta come back in, I gotta go in the hall, I gotta come back in, I got all the shit, I gotta go in the hall, I gotta come back in. So they're trying very hard to make my apartment moldy. Right now it is not. It is just the little spots that I notice, but they're not growing because either ozone or the UV lights that I have. And I very specifically got the UV lights that said they do not emit ozone. So every now and then, like when you smell that burning electricity smell in the hallway, that's a motherfucking ozone machine. I smelled it today when I got home from Costco. So high voltage electricity directly blasting at the glass can make that shit fucking break, right? So that's where I hashtag direct energy weapons. Up until this point, right, I've seen other what do we call it, targeted individuals mention directed energy weapons, and I didn't ever consider it because I'm just like, whatever, that's like, that makes me sound cockamamie, and there's really no way to prove it, right? Who the fuck is going to use a directed energy weapon to try to ruin your day? Oh, there's people out there who will. There's people out there who will, and there's people out there who do. So I want to say now, I feel like it's less cockamamie when I hear these people talk about it. Because in my experience, my glass mason jars, mason jars, you could get mason jars at Goodwill. You have no idea about the history of it, and that shit will last you still another 100 years, right? How long has Hardin, Ball, Kerr, how long have these companies been making soda lime glass? It's very possible for it to break. It's not very common. Maybe it's common, but in my experience, it has become common in like the last 6 months. So it is not it's a sudden occurrence. It's not like over time you use this, right? I have multiple glasses, so it's not like I'm using the same glass every day. Well, they do get used often, but it's not like I'm using the same glass every day, so it's hard for me to understand. I stirred it like 3 times. 1, 2, bow, and it popped a hole. It chipped a hole in the bottom of the glass that's almost a perfect, it looked like a bullet shot in it, and all the coffee just drained. And so I had to wash my diatomaceous earth floor mat that I have in the kitchen. I had to wash the fucking counter. I actually still have to clean the counter. Right? Like I just rinsed it down, wiped it with the paper towel. I have to go back in and clean it and make sure it's not fucking a bunch of sugar in there and make fucking roaches come. So it is, I think that it's from an ozone machine, or maybe Amazon sent me lights that actually create ozone, but they're not in my kitchen. I had them in my kitchen before, but I put my dishes away, right? Like when I run that thing, I'm not running it to kill germs on my dish. I wash my dishes, put them away. I run it to kill any spores that are in the air. So I really don't think it's the lights that I got, unless Amazon sent me the wrong ones. And I think that it has more to do with other people in the building getting mold treatment services. But we'll see. It's very easy to hear people come and go in this building. And for the most part, I haven't heard people come and go. Maybe they're just doing it quietly, or at times when I'm not paying attention, asleep, or whatever. I don't know. But I want to say that the upstairs apartment had an air scrubber in there not too long ago. Air scrubber is like one of those things that has 5 motherfucking air filters in it, and it's just filtering out your air real bad, like real bad, because you can hear it. The whole floor goes, you can hear it. So they need to stop fucking around with these fake notices right? Because what is happening now, it feels very much like every single apartment in this building is getting treated except for mine. And then they're going to try to fucking blame me for this shit. Um, right? So shouldn't they have receipts and accounting as to who gets paid, or is it just their friends doing a favor doing the work for free? Or they bought the machines because they know they got to do this to every single apartment that's not mine. They need to fix my shit. Um, they need to fix my shit. And then tell me, oh, make sure we have room enough to work. Motherfucker, you got to do this without me in the apartment. You have to, when you come here today, I want you to look at it and be like, we have to relocate you. Because if Stinky Girl got relocated, I want the same fucking shit on my shit. Right? I should not be treated differently because of my skin color, anything, you know? Don't don't do that. Because I spoke out, because I'm a whistleblower, don't treat me differently. Or if you want to, I'll just keep talking then. Um because I could tell all your way. Gate students are the only ones who have every ability to take your ass down, and they will. Well, look at the news. Look at all the people getting arrested. Look at all the if you know, that's another reason I can remain happy, is because I see all these fucking pedophiles getting their shit fucked up, and I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted. So, wop 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 wop, bitches, do my dance. Okay. Have a great evening, morning. I'll see you in a little bit. I gotta start work soon.